Okay, let's get seated. Just you and me, so. What would you like to focus on today? In particular? No, just, I get pancake. Works the lips to get to it. Okay, just some good stretching. We'll feel a little decent time here for some stretching. Okay. All right, find a comfortable seat. Hands on the knees. Take a moment. Do a couple little shoulder pulls before we just sit in stillness for a bit. Just moving the shoulders back, rolling them forward. And then softening them, letting them really release down the back, but keeping the spine long so that you're going to continue to sit tall. And then draw the hands to the heart. Seal the hands together in front of you. With the eyes closed, take a moment. Maybe set an intention or dedication. And beginning to find a bit of a deeper, longer, and fuller breath, even with the mask on. Continue to sit tall, stretch the arms out wide to the sides of the room. Take a side stretch, reach over to the right, take the hand down, left palm up, reach it up nice and high, and then over to the right as the shoulders soften, maybe look underneath the arm. And then inhaling up through center, take it to the other side, reach over to the left, hand down, right palm up, reach to the ceiling, and then over to the left as the shoulders melt away from the ears. And both hips stay anchored. And then inhale, come back up through center. On the exhale, twist to the right. And then take your left hand to the right knee. Turn the right palm up. Reach it up to the ceiling and then back over to the left so you're leaning away from the way you're twisting, but keep the right hip anchored so it doesn't move. And then inhale up through center, twist to face forward, arms out. And then exhale, begin to twist to the left. And then reach for that knee with the right hand, left palm up. Reach that up and then towards that right side as you anchor both hips, shoulders soft. And then inhale to center, stretch, and lead arms out. Go ahead and flex the feet. Cross one shin in front of the other, pull the palms up. Reach for the ceiling, inhale, sit tall, exhale, leaning forward, take the hands down, and then pull the chest further forward, shoulders back, maybe fold a little further and walk the hands just a little further out. And just go ahead and for this one, allow the back to round a bit, but try to keep the hips evenly anchored. And then walking the hands back to the legs, sitting upright, switch the legs in front, take it to the opposite coffee, and then stretch the arms out wide, circle overhead, reach for the ceiling, flex through the feet, and then begin to tip forward, reaching out first, and then bringing it down. As they reach the ground, draw the chest a little further forward, and then soften a bit more as you exhale down over the legs. And inhaling and walking the hands back to the legs. And let's come to hands and knees, uncrossing and coming to tabletop position. Then setting up on all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll start a brief bit of cat and cow to start to warm up the spine, move and lift the breath, arching down. And then settle to neutral. Reach the right arm straight forward. And then sit the left foot back. And then steal the foot. Reach a little further to the right arm. Now look past your mat. Take the right hand down. Shift forward so that just the toes are touching. And then take a baby shot around the cushion. One knee down. Then you'll go straight back. Maybe see if you can get the shoulders to hover about the same height as the wrists. Then press the ground away, come back up, shift back to the ball of the foot, take the knee down. And then switch sides, reach the left arm straight forward first, and then step the right foot back so that the heel is under the ball of the foot. And then reach a little bit longer, lift the belly away from the ground, keep the spine long, look forward, start to shift as you take the hand down. And lean, just touch the toes, then bend the elbows, shut around the push-up. Press down to rise back up. Shift back, lower the knee. And then walk the hands forward at handprint. Curl the toes and lift the knees up and come to down dog. And then pedal out the feet, warm up the legs, walk it out of it. And then still the pedaling of the feet for a moment. Lift really high up onto the balls of the feet. Bend the knees a lot. Push the hips further back, almost like you're trying to get your belly onto the tops of your thighs. So big bend in the knees and big pushing back of the hips so the arms feel longer. Then keep that pulling back. Slowly straighten the legs. Take your time. And then stop when the back would round. So maybe the legs don't go all the way straight, but the thighs definitely press back and engage. Well, then from here, take an inhale and come forward to a full plank pose. Maybe the feet wiggle back. 5 breaths in plank pose. Knees can come down at any time. Breath is steady. Hands are pushing the ground away. Shoulders are pressing at the back. And then take one knee down. Take the other knee down. Come back to an even tabletop. So wrists are right into the shoulders. Knees under hips. And then simply, actually do this first. Take the knees together. Center them. And then step the left foot back. And then spin it down so that the arch of the foot comes behind the opposite toes. And then you're going to pick that hand up and reach for the ceiling. Come into modified side plank. So gluing the bottom shin down and pressing that back left foot into the mat. Open the chest even more and draw the shoulders further back. Take another inhale. And then lower on the exhale, take the hand down, take the knee down, right next to the opposite knee, and then switching sides. Step that right foot back. And then spin it down. So you have that toe, the toe of the left foot point at the arch, and you're ready to reach for the ceiling with the left hand. Open your chest to the right side of the room. Push into the ground with the bottom hand, but don't rock the elbow. Yeah, so feel the arm muscle hug to the bone. As you use that strength to press the ground away and reach the opposite arm even higher while still pressing that back foot to the mat. And then exhale, come back down, take it to hands and knees. Separate the knees a bit. Take a big child's pose just for a moment. Not a very long hold, just to kind of ease the hips back and settle. when you're ready, come back up to all fours, hands and knees. And then curl the toes, lift the knees, come into downward facing dog when you're ready. And then from downward facing dog, go ahead and look forward, shift the shoulders over the wrists, and then shift them past the wrists as you look ahead. Exhale to chaturanga all the way down. Stretch the toes back. Push into the hands, inhale, chest forward, low cobra. Exhale, back down. Take it again, inhale, lengthen even more forward first. Exhale, down again. Inhale, once again, cobra, or if you're feeling warmed up and want to go to up dog, take another breath in your back bend, maybe lift the chest a little higher as the shoulders draw back, and then exhale back to down dog. And then walking the feet to the hands, at least for now, just take a little stroll up to the front of the mat. And once you're there, bring the hands up to the shins and stretch forward halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, folding down again over the legs. Arms out, inhale, press to stand, stretch it all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Standing tall, inhale again, circling the arms all the way up. And then exhale as you fold forward once again. Inhale, stretch halfway up, long spine. Bending the knees, plant the hands, step the left foot back to a high lunge. And then once the foot goes far enough back, take the knee down, uncurl the toes. Inhale, come up into a kneeling lunge. And then exhale, take the hands back to the mat. Curl the toes, lift the knee, look forward. Exhale, step the foot to the front. Then inhale, come up halfway. And then fold again on the exhale. Arms out, inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale again, arms circle wide, reach up. Exhale, big forward fold, dive down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, hands down, set the right foot back. Really long to the back of the mat, take the knee down. Uncurl the toes, inhale. Healing lunge, arms reach to the ceiling. Exhale, leaning forward again, hands down. Curl the right toes, lift the knee, exhale, step the right foot forward. Once you're at the top, inhale halfway. Exhale, fold down again. Arms out, inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once again, inhale, float the arms, reach and stand tall. Exhale, bowing all the way forward. Inhale, stretch it halfway up. On the exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step to plank. Find plank and hold it for 5 breaths again. Pushing the ground away. Feeling the core just kind of knitting in, so the low belly draws in and up. The sides of the body draw in. The chest pulls forward. Now start to look forward. Shift your shoulders past your wrists. Exhale, chaturanga slowly all the way down. Once you're down, curl the toes or uncurl the toes. Inhale, chest forward to cobra. Stay there or press to up dog. Take another inhale. Now, you're going to lean forward a bit, flip the feet. Continue pulling forward. Try to find a little chaturanga push-up. Just a little bend. Maybe knees come down. Press back up to plank. Pull the hips up. Exhale. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale. Stretch the right leg all the way back to a 3-legged dog. On the exhale, draw the knee high to the chest. Step the foot all the way forward. Once it's between the hands, set up for warrior 1. So take the back foot at 45. On your inhale, rise straight up, facing forward, hero 1. Strong bend of the right knee. Press through the outer to the back foot. Square the shoulders forward. And then get the chest and the torso, maybe the hips to be a little bit more square foot from the ground. And then keeping the knee bent, reach the arms out, take the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers or grab your shirt. Stretch the knuckles down, inhale, lift the chest up. Look at the ceiling, bend your front knee a little more. Keep looking up, unclasp, stretch the arms out, reach to the ceiling, maybe touch the hands for a moment. And then exhale, draw them down, reach for the mat, plant the hands. Come into a high lunge, step back to plank. If you're taking that vinyasa, follow through, shift forward, lower chaturanga. Upward facing on the inhale. Now maybe try that little push-up. Try to find that plank, lean forward, push up, press to plank, then pull back to down dog. Switching it up just ever so slightly. Take an inhale when you're ready, left leg all the way back. On the exhale, draw the knee high to the chest, step it all the way up and through. Set up for 0-1, so back foot 45, heel to heel. Inhale, rise straight up. Facing forward, find the pose. So square towards the front of the room. Weight of the back heel, strength and deep end of the front. And then make sure the chest stays lifted, belly draws back. And then stretching the arms out, reach back, switch the interlace of the fingers, if you're clasping. And then go ahead and take a little moment to push the tailbone down without bending the back knee. Then the front knee more, lift the chest up, roll the shoulders back, look to the ceiling. Keep the strong bend in the front knee. Keep the chest pulling up, gaze up, unclasp, stretch the arms out, reach for the ceiling, maybe touch the hands. Exhale, hands, return to the mat. Make it back to plank. And then maybe take a full reverse vinyasa for a moment. So from plank, flip the feet, let the hips drop, chest lift, shoulders back, look forward. On the exhale, flip the feet, lean forward, bend the elbows, find the chaturanga push-up, press back to plank, yes. Exhale, down dog. Ooh, I know, that was hard. All right, take another breath in down dog. And then looking forward, lift the heels, bend the knees on the exhale. Walk, step, or float to the front of the mat. And then stretch forward as you inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Bending the knees, drop the seat, inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana, sit a little bit lower. Press to stand, inhale, reach up. Hands to heart on the exhale. I don't know why my head is shuffling right now. This isn't right. Hold on one second. So, let's stay at the top of the mat, feet together, hands to heart. Bending the knees, inhale, drop the seat, coming to chair pose. On the exhale, fold forward, take it back down. Inhale, stretch forward, halfway flat back. Bending the knees, plant the hands, vinyasa, or just downward facing dog. So just traditional vinyasa. Once you come back to down dog, stretch the right leg all the way up and back. On the exhale, draw the knee to the chest, step the foot forward, high lunge, back foot 45, so your heel to heel, rise straight up to warrior one. On the exhale, take it all the way back down. From here, step back to plank pose. From plank, shift forward, move through traditional vinyasa, upward facing on the inhale, downward facing on the exhale. Then inhaling the left leg all the way back. Exhale, draw it in, step it through. Back foot 45, heel to heel, inhale, rise all the way up. Take another breath, see if you can reach a little higher, bend the front knee further, then exhale it all the way back down. From there, step to plank, shift forward, vinyasa if you're going there, with the breath. Downward facing on the exhale. Yeah, it's really hard to talk with this mask on. It's hard. Whoosh. All right. Now look forward, lift the heels, bend the knees. On the exhale, bring the feet to the hands. Stretch up halfway, holding again on the exhale with the feet together. Once again, chair pose. Drop the seat, bend the knees. On the inhale, press the chin, reach up. Hands to the heart on the exhale. And you fall once again. Bending the knees, drop the seat, inhale back into chair pose. On the exhale, folding forward, legs straight and bow down. Inhale, stretch halfway apart forward. On the exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step the left foot back to the high lunge. Now, once that foot comes down, plant your hands, wiggle your right foot further to the right, and then bring that hand to the inside. And then take a moment here, press the hands down, hold the chest forward, and see if you can lengthen your upper body, but maybe drop your back hip down without taking the knee down. So it's a pretty big lizard lunge stretch here. And so you can keep the knee and the arm close to one another so you stay on the sole of the foot. All right, keeping the hands planted. Start to wiggle your right foot further to the right and start to wiggle it back. Wiggle it back so it's maybe about halfway between the hands and the feet. Point the toes over to the right. Roll onto the outer edge of the back left foot, lean into the left hand, and then stretch the right arm to the ceiling. So you're taking that modified crossover version of Vashisthasana. Adjust the right foot wherever it feels best. You can walk it further back, walk it in, however you need to. And then try to get the chest open and reach higher with the right hand as you push the ground away with the left hand. Take another inhale. And then look down to the ground as you exhale. Return the hand down. Come on the ball of the back foot. Slide the right foot the rest of the way back to meet it. From plank, either traditional vinyasa or maybe reverse vinyasa or no vinyasa. So if you're taking reverse, flip the feet. Chest lifts up, dog. Reflip and lean forward at the same time to bend the elbows, chaturanga push-up. Straight arms, down dog. All right, keeping the hands planted, lift the heels. When you're ready, bend the knees. Look between the hands and bring the feet there on the exhale. Then stretch halfway on the inhale. Folding down again on the exhale. Feet together, bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sit a little lower. Press the stand, inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, hands up. All right, taking on the other side, bending the knees, drop the seat. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, folding forward over the legs. Heart forward on the inhale, long spine. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step the left foot back now, finding a high lunge first. And go ahead and wiggle with all the foot back so that your right knee is right above the ankle. You can put your fingers here. And then go ahead and walk that foot to the side and bring that right hand to the inside. Are we on the other side? Did I see the right hand? You could be right. It's the right, it's the other leg. Yes, I was like, wait a minute, why am I on the wrong side? So, yeah, I'm supposed to be set the right foot back. That's why this feels a little strange. Okay, so we're in the high lunge, and then the foot comes further out, and the hand comes in right inside so that the wrists are still under the shoulders. And then with this pressing of the hands, try to pull the chest further forward so that you're lengthening away from the pelvis, and then allow the hips to drop a little bit so you start to really feel that hip flexor. Do you feel that? Yeah. And then draw the shoulders back, pull the chest forward, lengthen a little bit more. Then keep that length as you start to walk that left foot further to the left, and then start to walk it back. Keep going until you found where it's going to feel right to do the crossover, and then keep the toes pointing to the side, and then come onto the nice edge of that back right foot. Feel it, and then when you're ready, pick up the left hand, reach to the ceiling. So once again, Vashisthasana, side plank, but modified. So different variation with the crossover top leg. Feel free to use that left foot to press down to lift the bottom foot a little higher. Yeah. But stay on the complete outer edge of the right foot. Yeah. So you're there, exactly. Take another breath. And then exhale, look down, bring the hand down, and go ahead and wiggle that left foot the rest of the way back. So that you've made your way all the way back to plank. Then from there, decide what's the best path. Maybe just down dog, maybe reverse vinyasa or traditional vinyasa. And then once you get there, maybe 5 breaths in down dog or maybe even in a child's pose. All right, from that downward facing dog, go ahead and lift the heels. Bend the knees, look between the hands, walk up or float to the front of the mat. Once you're there, stretch halfway, inhale. Exhale, folding down again. Feet together, bend the knees, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit into that chair, then press to stand, stretch it up, inhaling, hands to heart on the exhale. Are you able to hear me still? That's okay, it's hard to tell. I'm like, oh, it's like this little bubble. Whew. All right. Standing tall, hands dark. Go ahead and bend again. Inhale, sit into chair pose. On the exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, stretch halfway up. Bending the knees, plant the hands. Vinyasa optional. Downward facing dog is where we will end up once again. And then from that down dog, inhale, send the right leg all the way back. On the exhale, draw the knee to the chest, shift forward, step it all the way up. And then once the foot comes forward, walk it now closer to the left hand, so it's right in the middle, spin the back foot 45, blind heel to arch, and rise up into your warrior 2. All right, so from warrior 2, big bend to the front knee, strong back leg, especially that heel. Keep the front knee bending. Now reach forward. So take the hand to the inside or forearm to thigh. Yeah, if you're doing the inside, press the arm and the leg together. Reach the left hand straight up for now. And see if you can squeeze your right hip further towards center, towards the midline. Yes. Use that action of arm and leg pressing to make that happen. And then press your back heel even more. Now take the top arm overhead. Tricep spirals and then stretch it all the way forward. Parsvanathanasana side angle. And then reach that arm up, press into the feet. Inhale, come all the way back upright to warrior 2 for a moment. Then press to straighten the right leg. Coming into triangle pose, reach forward. Take the hand down to the shin or outside of the foot. And then reach the left arm straight up. And then hug the inner thighs closer together. Stretch the top of the head further forward. Open the chest even more. Maybe try to look up at the top bump. And then pressing into the feet, inhale, come all the way up to stand. Stretching the arms up. Bend the right knee once again. Reverse the warrior, right palm up, inhale. Reach up to the ceiling and then towards the wall behind you as you keep the right foot bending. And then one breath, inhale up to warrior two, and exhale right back down to the ground, planting the hands. From a high lunge, step your way back to plank pose, and then vinyasa or not, we'll come to down dog. All right, from downward facing dog, inhale, left leg extends. Nice and high behind you, and then on the exhale, footsteps all the way forward. Once it's forward, walk it to center, closer to the right hand. Take the back right foot down, 45, so your heel to arch. And come right up to warrior two. Open the stance a little bit more, give yourself some space. And then keep that left knee tracking forward, keep the arms stretching out. Reach the left hand forward, take that hand inside. So maybe touch the fingertips or even grab the ankles. Sometimes that's a nice variation. And then you can really connect arm and leg. Reach the right hand up. And then try to see how much you can bring that left hip back into center so it doesn't kind of poke out behind you. So you're trying to really squeeze it in while still maintaining weight on the back heel. Taking the top arm overhead, wrap the arm forward and stretch it all the way past the front of your feet. And then raise that arm up to the ceiling. Press the feet down, inhale, come up to warrior two. Try to keep the knee bent for 1 second longer. Now slowly lift the legs straight, keeping it just a bit soft. Then reaching forward to find triangle pose. Taking it down, right hand reaches up high. And then keeping the strength in the legs. So the kneecaps are lifting and it draws the thighs all the way up as if they're sucking up toward the hips. Take 2 more breaths, find a little bit more openness in that trikonasana. And then press down to inhale, rise back up. Look forward, let that knee bend. Strong bend as you flip the left palm up. Reverse that warrior, stretch it up, reach it back, open the chest. And then inhale to warrior two, exhale to let the hands meet the mat. From that high lunge, slide that foot to plank, shift forward, vinyasa, or pull back down dog. All right, from downward facing dog, step the feet together at the back of the mat. All right, we're going to try for the full Vashisthasana. Start to shift forward into a plank with the feet centered. And then pushing into the hands, lift the chest up away from the ground. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot. Stack the feet. So you can get the feet completely stacked, the ankle bones, and then lean into that hand. Pick up that left hand, maybe to hip or maybe reach to the ceiling. Yeah, you can always cross the top leg over, yes, or split the legs, or take the bottom knee down. So we know all the different variations. Continue breathing and reaching the arms in opposite directions. Yes, great. Take another breath. Exhale, slowly make the way back down to face the mat in plank. And pull to down dog, separate the feet. Take a moment here. Then go ahead and draw the feet back to center. Take an inhale, shift forward, find that plank pose again. Now roll to the outer edge of the left foot, stacking the feet. And once they're stacked, yep, take that onto the ceiling. So modify it however it feels right for you to maintain the strength and be able to reach that opposite hand up nice and high, pushing the bottom hand into the ground without locking the bottom elbow. Take another inhale. And then look to the mat on the exhale. Take it back down, find plank. And then either down dog or vinyasa. And then after that, we're going to settle into child's pose. So go ahead and come down, find child's pose. All right. From child's pose, go ahead and stretch the arms forward. Hands shoulder distance. Lay the forearms down. And then lift your hips so that the forearms are on the ground. And the hips rise. And then draw the knees together so that they're right underneath your hips. And your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. All right, now step the left foot back, coming onto the balls of foot. And then you can either roll to the outer edge of the foot and then pick up the right foot, step it, or stack the feet and do vashi on the forearms. You can also split the legs for that one. So give it a try. It's going to be a little harder. You have more surface area on the ground. Yeah, but you have to work a lot harder because you're closer to the ground. Yes, awesome. Very slowly look to the ground. Bring that forearm down so you can roll onto the balls of the feet. Yes. Maybe try going right to the other side. So feet together. Then maybe roll to the outer edge of that foot and then either stack the feet, cross it over, or do a modified variation. Let's see if you can raise that arm to the ceiling. Push that right forearm down. Try to lift the bottom hip a little higher. Woo. Then look to the ground. Slowly take the hand down, lower the forearm, come back onto the balls of the feet, pull the chest forward, forearm plank, stretch the chest forward, then take the knees down, uncurl the toes, lower the hips, pull the chest through, and into the Sphinx pose. Yeah, set up so that the elbows are right under the shoulders, fingers spread, palms pressing, crown of the head up, shoulders back. All right. Bend the right knee, draw it towards you, angle the left forearm, lean into it, reach back, grab the inside of the foot. Try to not let the knee slide out, and then pull that foot towards you without lifting the right hip. Try to smoosh the top of the right hip back down. So you'll really get that stretch of the hip flexor the more you pull the foot forward towards the lower back. And then slowly release that. Take the forearm down, parallel the forearms. Bend the left knee, angle the right forearm. Reach back, grab the foot from the inside, trying to keep the knee in line with the hip. And then once you pull the foot forward towards you, try to get that hip back onto the mat as much as possible. And keep pulling the chest forward and up as you bring the foot closer. And then slowly release. Lay it down, come back to Sphinx for one more breath. Lift the chest up a little higher. And then exhale, lower down. Cross the forearms in front. Rest the forehead for a moment. Wiggle the hips a little side to side. And then lift the forehead, place the hands by your sides. Slowly press it to hands and knees, and then come to seated. Stretch the legs forward. And then keeping the left leg straight, bend the right knee. draw it towards you, cross it to the outside of the leg, and then either keep the left leg straight or bend that knee and bring the foot to the outside of that hip. And then see if you can get that right hip to re-anchor itself. So if you feel a little stretch in that hip, the hip gets back down, and then hug that knee close. Inhale, sit up nice and tall all the way to the center. On the exhale, twist to the right, and then either hook the elbow across or hug the knee, and then place the right hand behind you, press down, sit up as tall as you can, find a nice long spine, and then really get that right hip to press, press, press down. Press that right foot into the mat, and then try to lift the top of the head higher as you rotate further. And then on the exhale, release. And then stretch the left leg forward, uncross, send the right forward, and switch sides. Bend the left knee, step it outside. Make sure you're able to seal that foot, sitting up tall, and then bending the right knee, bring it next to that hip, and then settle that left hip down. So it wants to pick up higher. See if you can really release it down and then sit up nice and tall. If you need to, you can walk this front foot further forward. If that helps you get that hip in. And then hold the knees up tall, inhale, exhale, twist to the left, and then either hook or hug the knee, and then press that left hand into the back of the mat. And exhale, release. And then lock the feet apart and bring the soles of the feet together with the feet a little further away. So more of a diamond shape. So feet are further away. Hold on to the shins just below the knees and sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, use your forearms to nudge the knees out as you fold forward to that empty space between your heels and your hips. And inhale, slowly back up. All right, so a couple minutes if you want to go to the wall, if you want to do inversions. If you don't, that's fine, you can stay. It's just you, you can decide if you want to work headstand or if you want to do handstand kickups, whatever you feel like working on. So just a couple minutes to get some upside down time, whatever it may be. Very nice, nice descent. It's good to get that little bit of upside down time. Right, let's get a little bit of hip stretches. So I'll tell us to do Upavishtasana. So legs out in the V. It will be your comfort. Make sure the legs are able to be straight and the feet can flex and the toes can point up. And the spine can be long so you're not hunched over. Place the hands behind you for a moment and then see if you can almost lift up away from the ground and press the heels out. And then keep that nice flat back, lifted chest. Take the hands in front. And then lift a little taller and then exhale, cheapen the amount. Maybe just a couple of inches, just enough that you're feeling those thighs start to, those muscles just up a little bit more. And then any amount, walk the hands forward however you need to. Now walk the hands back right in front of you, sit up tall, stretch the arms out, reach over to the right, and then grab for the toes or some part of the ankle or leg, look to the left hand, hold it up, reach it up, and then any amount stretch to the side. Draw the shoulders down the back. And then on the exhale, begin to rotate the torso of the body towards the leg. So you're squaring towards the ground, and then reach that left hand to grab some of the leg. And then see if you can really turn as far as you can to square over the leg, and any amount of leaning over it. And then lifting all the way back up through center, sitting up tall, stretch the arms out. Take the other side, lean over to the left, reach for that foot, grab whatever's available, look at the right hand, lift it up and reach it up nice and high. And take a few breaths with the chest more open, so you're in that side body stretch, keeping both hips anchored, keeping both legs active, so the heels press away from the hips. Take another inhale, and then with the exhale, feel like you're just rolling your right rib cage down towards the ground. And see if you can twist toward that leg, and then reach the right hand to hold something to run even further over the leg, and then lengthen forward as you fall forward. And then inhale, slowly coming all the way back up through center. Grab the backs of the knees. And then draw the knees in, place the feet onto the mat. Lean back, place the hands behind you. And then windshield wiper the knees. And then sitting upright, draw the soles of the feet all the way together. Now I'll take traditional Baddha Konasana with the heels close. And then just like we did with the legs out, place the hands behind you and then prop yourself up for a moment. Draw the shoulders back and let the knees go out a bit more. And then as if you're pushing the ground away, just lean forward from there any amount. And See if you can move your knees out and down, and then you can keep the hands there, or you can reach for the feet, either one. So sometimes this variation of just pushing the ground behind you and stretching forward is better. Other times it's having a hold of something in front. So figuring out just which one feels like a better stretch. Take about 5 more breaths. Slowly inhale, come back up to sit. Hands outside of the knees, draw them together, stretch the legs forward. You can also just bounce the knees out, maybe even let the feet kind of flop a little bit. And then let's finish with a forward fold, arms stretching and circling up. Exhale, lean forward, reach out, and then down for feet or ankles or something. And then take another inhale, lift the chest a little higher, a little further forward, and then exhale, melt a little bit more over the legs. Inhaling slowly, come up to sit. Go ahead and make your way onto your back. We'll finish with a little happy baby pose. So grabbing the feet and then just rocking, swaying a little bit side to side. Just letting things start to slow down. Whatever other movements you may want. So if you want to finish with a little twist, or just continue rocking happy baby, or another hip stretch, whatever feels good. Once you feel more settled and relaxed, take one last inhale, nice big long inhale. Exhale and feel like you're just releasing completely, just letting everything go, allowing yourself to feel a little bit more settled and calm to rest in Shavasana. To slowly bring awareness back to your body. Little movements, easing your way back upright. Just taking your time, shift to your side when you feel ready. And finding a nice upright, comfortable seat. And then taking the hands to the heart one last time just to seal the practice. Take an inhale, let the heart lift to the hands. On the exhale, bowing your head to your fingertips. Thank you very much for being my one and only student. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks again. We'll get used to this strange new world.